What's up?
What up?
What up?
What up, y'all?
It's your boys. I'm Hater.
I'm Boof.
And we're going to talk about some shit.
Pretty free form.
What are we going to talk about?
Just had a couple quick questions that I wrote down.
All right.
I'll see. So things that I've been. The first one comes up because I've been thinking about it because I've been meeting people that are kind of in it. Where were you 10 years ago? I've been meeting people and working with people who are 10 years younger than me, and I see them right now, and I'm like, it's fucking gnarly. What's happened between now and 10 years ago?
It's a good question.
And so the man.
What do you mean though? Where was I in my whole life?
Yeah, it's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Psychologically, financially.
Well, right now I'm 20. Okay. Yeah, I was in a serious relationship, similar to now.
Mm-hmm.
I was working full time, similar to now, more labor. I was living with my parents, as I'm not now. Life was good.
Mm-hmm.
Life was good, and when I was 19.
19. That's what it was. 19.
I was 19. Yeah, life was good, dude. I made a lot of money right out of high school. A lot of money. I was making like $1,200 a week, $1,500 a week, $2,000 a week. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's money a lot of people that age don't see.
Yeah, dude, slinging fucking moon bounces, yo. Believe it or not, those people who deliver fucking, shit like that, moon bounces and.
The next level, step up the carny. The next step.
Yeah,
up.
next step up is the carny, the traveling people. I didn't do that. No. How about you? Where were you at?
It's I was working at Weedman. I worked there 10 years.
That's your home, man.
Yeah, dude. Been doing.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nah,
it's a good job.
Been still doing my grind. I was in college. No, 2011 is when I graduated college. So, yeah, 10 years
You
ago.
were in college,
I was
yeah.
living in Westchester. I had met teacher in like 2007, going into 8. So I'd known you guys by that time.
So a teacher, for anyone listening, is a mutual friend that I grew up with, and that's how we met.
Mm-hmm.
Was through teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some juggalos do get to go on to higher education. And
didn't you and teacher meet through Mike Gill? I don't know if I can say his name on here, but we'll bleep that out.
I met him first, yes.
Yeah, Mike Gill.
And then we saw Teach walking down with the like Janko pants and the jeans.
Of course, dude. He stayed with the fucking Janko jeans and the fucking trip pants and all that shit.
And then he and I did something I guess kids don't do nowadays anymore. Is I went over to his dorm room and brought all my CDs that I had, and we just shared CDs, and he gave me all the shit he had, I gave him all the shit that I had. Yeah,
kids don't do that anymore.
Nah,
they're like, what the fuck is a CD, bro?
I spent hours doing it, and it was funny.
And that was even, like, the MP3 had already been happening, but it took a while for people to, like, get rid of their goddamn... I still have all my CDs.
I have most of mine. So I met with John there, and Teach was living on the star floor, which was funny, because his grandpa didn't want him to get involved with drugs and alcohol, so his grandpa enlisted him into the sober, we take school very seriously routine.
Really?
Uh-huh.
So I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
so did you guys, when you met John, were like the dorms that you guys stayed in, were they like the dorms that they were on campus, or were they the ones that were kind of off campus and they were more like condos?
No, not at first. Well, first it was in the dorm rooms.
Right.
And then I moved to condos.
Yeah, dude, they were sweet. I went to a couple parties in them.
Yeah.
But I never went to college.
You probably didn't miss that much. You got everything you had to do.
I always wanted to go to college just for the fucking party.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's one expensive fucking party, dude.
I
went to community college and took a trade program, and I paid for everything up front in cash because I was making really good money at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't owe anybody anything, and I make really good money now, so I can't complain.
Yeah, there's no complaints with that.
So.
But yeah, that was 10 years ago. It seems crazy. The time has gone so quickly, it seems. And so much has happened.
Right.
So much has happened.
A lot has happened in 10 fucking years.
It's crazy. And you know what's funny is I think that now that we're at our prime time. Now we're... Yeah. I don't know about you and your health, you're falling apart, but for a lot of us in our 30s, we're primed and ready.
My body does hurt, but as far as like, I guess I am in the prime of my life. I wouldn't say physically, but mentally and
in a lot of ways, you're
financially, and because it took me a while to get responsible with my money. I made really good money when I was young, but I didn't. I wasn't responsible with it, so.
That kind of segues me into the next question, which is sort of not really related, but It's a question I do with a lot of interviews, and it's a question that I always find interesting.
Interviews at work.
Work.
Because you do interview a lot of people.
Yes, so I've always found this question to be interesting, and it's like, what's the most important thing that you've learned outside of school?
Jesus Christ, dude.
We're going heavy.
Yeah, there's... how much time you got? Most important thing I learned outside of school. Pretty much everything that I've learned outside of school. School teaches you good shit. And for anybody listening to this or watching this, it's young and they're like in math and they're like, oh man, I don't need this fucking math. Blah, blah. No, you do. You need the math. The math is the most important thing. Fuck English, unless you want to be like a journalist or something. But math is fucking, you need to know how to fucking,
the basic math too. You don't need
I get it depends on what you want to be. Like in my job, I work with a lot of fractions. There's a lot of fractions in my job, and
no room for error.
No. So you think growing up, you're like, I don't need this fucking shit. You do. And I'm glad that, I don't know, I never paid attention to math. I was in the lower classes.
The lower ones.
Yeah.
Did you have an IED, or whatever that's called?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I believe that I knew. I did not take tests. Very terrible.
No.
I failed my pesticide exam state for Pennsylvania like 4 times before I study. And now it's open.
Well, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, that's rough, dude.
I just get so stressed. I even do it where I do all the answers, the ones I know first. Then I
go back.
And
yeah.
I have this. I got into college. They allowed me to come into college because I took a class that taught me how to go to school.
Right.
So I had to learn how to take notes. It was bizarre, but I did it, and I guess it helped. But school is not something that I have. Like, I think we should all do the basics, at least the 12. Get your basics down.
Yeah. Fucking graduate high school, dude. Don't. I don't agree with going to college necessarily, dude. Because, dude, let me put it this way: anybody who is wondering what the fuck they're gonna do with their life, they don't want to go to college. If you work hands-on, dude, and you can get into a fucking trade, a good, decent fucking trade.
Yeah. You'll be okay.
Unions pay fucking money, dog. My mom is a registered nurse who has her master's in nursing, I believe. And I make more money than her in the trades. So.
Is she still working?
Yeah. Yeah, and I now make more money than her. I know people in the fucking trades that make $70 to $100 an hour.
It's skilled.
It doesn't matter. It's like if you get in a good union, that's what you're going to end up making by the time you'll be making anywhere between fucking $40 to $50 by the time you get out of your 5-year apprenticeship.
Based out of the
you start off at $17 an hour in some of them. Some of them you start off in the 30s, but some of them you start off at $17 an hour. By the time you're out of your 5th year, you're making $40. That's dollars an hour. It's good money.
You're not going to argue with that.
Right.
Yeah, so definitely that is a very good option to go.
Right.
School, not everything is cracked up to
trades, dude. Not only that, there's pensions and fucking, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Fuck college.
All right.
What is the least favorite video picture that you've seen on the internet? Is there anything that comes to mind? It's like, man, fuck that. I'm not looking at that. I don't want to see that.
To be honest with you?
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of that. But most recently, that bearded chick on fucking YMH.
She's a mess. It's a mess.
It made me physically uncomfortable to watch it. I can watch a lot of fucked up shit on the internet. People get fucking fisted. People get their heads blown off.
I can take that.
People fucking get their chopping their own dicks off. I can watch all this shit.
That was cringy the first time we saw that. Yeah. But you know what? On that segues me to same site.
You fucked?
Just pictures. The scarification girl. She would slice her skin open.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I don't know if that was real.
That was the most gnarly.
I don't know if that was real, though.
You don't think?
No, dude.
Throughout the week, once a week.
You cut that fucking deep.
I know.
And that much. There's no way that shit was real. There's no way, dude.
I just can't imagine.
There's no way.
It's like a cut right here.
Because I remember back in the day when there was this picture circulating on MySpace where this dude was like, I took too much acid and cut my arm up. And his arm was shredded, yo. And fucking,
What, took a knife and...
Yeah, all the way up his arm. It was shredded. So there's no way you would live through that. There's no fucking way without immediate medical attention. There's no way.
It's
done. It's done.
It couldn't be real.
Yeah.
The fact that the girl had her husband or her boyfriend there who enjoyed it and was taking the pictures with her made it even more cringy.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, yeah. No, there's no way.
of all the pictures on the internet, I can watch the poutine. I can watch.
No problem.
I can watch the fisting, double fisting.
No problem.
I can watch,
No problem.
But that one.
Kids in the sandbox, no problem.
No problem.
Fucking 2 girls, 1 cup, no
one,
problem.
One guy, one jar. I can take.
I don't like that one, but I'll get through it.
That segues me to E-fuck. I want to make sure that anybody and everybody who's ever alive on the earth and gets to witness this.
If you like fucked up shit
gotta watch E-fuck.
and you like porn, watch E-fucked.
They don't sponsor this by any stretch of the imagination.
No, but they should.
They should. We love E-fuck. I know E-fuck loves us because they keep bringing out great new content. One of my favorite.
I love the fucking the caught compilations.
The which what one?
Caught compilation?
When they're caught like.
They get caught fucking jerking off and fucking finger blasting and shit. Yeah. There's one in particular that there's this, I don't know if it's a man or a female. I know it has a penis, but you can't guess anyone's gender these days. And it's fucking doing its thing, and its mom walks in the room, and it's again, and the mom is just like, "Get out, mom!" You know? Jesus Christ. All right.
What's the last thing you said?
I was talking about that fucking thing with the dick, that fucking
That made me think of that girl that you sent me on Snapchat to her, whatever her name was, Melissa. If you're out
Yo, Melissa,
there,
yo,
whoa.
where have you been, dog?
Holy shit.
I want to message her. Be like,
She'll
"Dude,
respond.
where have you been?
I've messaged her.
Where have you been?"
Yep, she'll respond. Definitely one of the best snaps I've gotten. And that, yeah, Melissa, all fucking day. We're wrapping this up with our final question here. New ink, and when the fuck are you doing it?
Hopefully next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
Have you talked to Nick?
Briefly, he said he was coming through. He said he was leaving on Sunday, and he would let me know when he's in town. So, yeah.
I look forward to it. Where are you
Me
getting
too.
it?
I want to get this arm fucking finished. I was also thinking about getting a big hatchet man on this side.
On the belly.
Just because you can never have enough.
Mm-hmm.
A waffle man, though. I want to be made a what? Because we made me, Rocco, and I think Yuji made this bet. A waffle man. But we're all getting waffle tattoos.
Get the waffle
Yeah,
tattoo. I'm still thinking of going with Peter Popoff.
On the kneecap.
Yeah.
I like it. Let's
So
do
with
it.
The hands
Let's
up
do
like
it.
666. So.
Let's do it. If we can get a good enough deal, let's do it. Black out eyes. Fucking whew.
Savage.
Kneecaps. Let's get the kneecaps done.
Now that we're out of quarantine, or
We're still in quarantine. It's pretty rough. It's getting worse.
Is
It's getting worse.
is it green here?
No. It's fucking red.
Are you guys back in red?
Yeah.
I'm green out in Harrisburg.
They just pedaled our fucking. They were letting us fucking go, and then they were just like they backpedaled everything.
I cannot. It's one of those things that happened. I went over to get beer. I'm standing in line. It's a very long line. A woman is standing in front of me, and in front of her is an old man with no mask. And everyone has masks on.
Dude, that's not cool.
Yeah, he turns around and he goes, "Do you know anybody who's got the COVID?" And he's talking to us, and I'm like, I don't respond. And
Does he have no mask?
No mask.
No mask.
No mask. And he's an old man. He's like, "Do you know anybody?" And the lady in front of me is like, "Yeah, they're really sick." And he goes, "Yeah, they must not have very strong immunity. Or their
Immune system.
Immune system must be really weak. It's really sad." And
You know what,
then
dude?
he
I
goes,
don't like talking about politics, but those people who walk around with no mask and are like, I got a medical condition, all this shit. Come on, man.
This is what he said. Then he goes, "Everybody's just doing the best that they can." He's not wearing a mask. Dude, everyone's doing everything they can, and then he goes, "I just hate when people say that you're not doing everything you can. You're not wearing."
Who's being a smartass?
It was so fucked up. This guy must have been 70.
Who's being a smartass?
We all had. It was like, this is not the time for
You
it.
should have been like, yo, where's your mask at then, bro?
I was so close to it. Aiden.
You're gonna
I
do
just
everything
didn't
you
have
can.
I didn't have it in me to just get. I'm like,
You should have filmed it too, because that's what everyone does these fucking
this
days.
would
Is
have been a
fucking
Karen
film
moment.
everything.
This would have
Look,
been a Karen
guys,
moment.
you don't have to fucking film everything.
This was one of those.
It's fucking ridiculous, but
Needless to say, the guy, like, he should have had a fucking mask on. But then to be talking to people about how we should all do
Right.
everything we can, fuck that guy.
yeah,
If you're the old white guy that was at the fucking store, you suck. You fucking suck dick.
suck a dick up till you hiccup.
Yeah, man. Wear a fucking mask and a fucking small build, like small.
Yeah, we should be wearing masks right now.
We don't have COVID. He might have had COVID.
I might, and you might. We don't know.
Yeah. I don't. He might.
We hope.
Well, I had fun.
This is a great podcast, and unfortunately, we're gonna fucking chop it up because people don't like to fucking not interrupt shit. But either way, So we should do this every other weekend, or,
I like it.
once a month.
I'm in. I'm completely in.
What are we gonna call it?
Boof's Corner.
All right, I like it. Am I always gonna be your guest, or you're gonna rotate?
It'll be like the Tim and what's his name?
Not familiar.
Yes, you do.
Don't know. Tim and Eric? On cinema.
His buddy, he's always the guest.
I'll be the special guest, but I'm always the guest.
All the time,
yeah.
always the special guest.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
this has been Boof's Corner with your fucking, you know, it is
Boofio
Boofio, and I am the special guest, Hater.
And that's where it's at.
I won't see you next time.
No,
because we'll have a different guest.
All right, that's where that's at.
All right.